Hi guys, this is Bellagio. I hope you guys are doing well. In today's video, I want to talk about co-op. Again, yes, however this time I'm gonna dive deep into details about how you prepare your team, how you play, and also I have some team example, and the focus is going to be on clearing infinitum C level. Right, so first thing first, this video might be long, so maybe watch it when you have time. And second thing is that infinitum C is considered quite hard in my opinion, and it might not be, that being said, might not be easy for new players, especially those players who has, you know, not very strong character box. Right, but anyway, it's still good to know. The concept, the main idea, is still the same for every other level, King of Pirates, Emperors, or even Warlord. So same concept of how you should be building your team, but yeah, I'm just showing you the most difficult one. Right, let's jump into it then. So the first thing first is how you should be building your team. So everyone has their own character box, so everyone might not be able to build the exact same team, so you just have to compromise or modify it, find your own version of team that works. However, the key idea is that I want to present you this table on the left. So there is a status on a player side and status on enemy side, and I put them on a table list like there. On our side, we could get bind, we could get despair, we could get attack down, and so on all the way down here. But I highlighted in orange color, those are the status that you want to have your teams that able to remove them. Okay, it's kind of like a must. If you want to play infinitum C, you must have these. Okay, and not just one time. Maybe if you can have two removals or permanent removals, that would be even better. What do I mean? What do I mean by permanent? Permanent means captain usage. For example, a captain that captain ability that remove despair for 10 turns. That's awesome. Captain ability that remove special reverse for 10 turns and paralysis for 10 turns. That's even better. That means you don't have to worry about those anymore, right? So captain abilities that permanently, I mean, yeah, it just cancel those status the whole game you play, right? The whole challenge that you play, right? And then the next one is the ability, special ability of your units, your crews should cover all of this. And then some supports also play very important factor in your team, because some supports can get rid of, you know, small stuff like 2 turns, 3 turns of attack down, 2 turns of despair, 3 turns of binds, but it's still good because some of the enemies, especially mini boss, they put small amount of, you know, buff and debuff, and you don't want to waste your unit's ability, your crew's ability to like use a special and then get rid of 6 or 7 turns. You want to use them on the boss turn, right? So that's why support is also important, right? And support can serve as the first layer or second layers of the status removal, right? Okay, then so anything that is orange, I consider important, and you should have them. It's like almost a must. Why? Because if you are inflicted with those status, basically you can't do anything, right? You play OPTC, you know your units mean nothing if it cannot use special. That's what I meant. If your unit cannot do anything, means cannot use spatial. All it can do is just hit, right? So that's not good. So bind. Once you get bind, your unit's done. Can't do anything. Despair. Your unit's also done. Especially despair is only on the top 2, right? The spare only applied on the top, the captain or co-op captain. So you got the spare almost done for them. Attack down. This is also not good. It means you're not doing any damage to them. Paralysis. Yeah, if you got paralyzed, then you can't do anything. Special bind. You can't use your special reverse as well. You can't use your special on that turn. So that's why they are important, and I put them as something that you must have someone to remove them. Right. Next, I said anything that has yellow color highlighted. I said if you have removal in your team, that's good, but it's not a must. There's still ways that you can get around with it. I mean, burn, basically you just don't have to hit perfect, but you might have to hit 1 or 2 perfect on that round just to get enough damage, and yeah, that should be okay to take some damage from burn. Hungry, if you're lucky, you can get recovery and you can remove hunger within 1 or 2 turns. It's still possible, but also not so good. That's why I highlight them. Like if you can fit your team that can remove all the orange part, and then you still have some rooms, have some support or something, then you can find a way to remove these 2. That's more important. Poison, it does damage to you, but it's not stopping you from using special. So I consider poison is okay. Easiest way to remove poison is the slot on each unit. If you upgrade poison to 20 points, then basically your whole team is immune to poison, and that is another way that you can get rid of poison, but it's not a must. Yeah. And then attack down with chain condition. This one I gotta mention because there's one mini boss in Infinitum C. Apply this to you, and man, it sucks. All you have to do is you just have to wait, stall 3 turns to get rid of them, pretty much. SFX, if you're good at this game, you might not need it. It's just blind you cannot see the text that guide you how to hit perfect. Blown away. This again, it's just some units of your team will be blown away, but it's not like the end of the world. Pain again, it's reduce your damage if you do anything like switch or using special, but at the end it's still okay to deal with. Bleed, this one you can ignore it. I actually don't even know how. Yeah, I don't think we have any removal for bleed. Anyway, let's look at the status on the enemy side. On the enemy side, if enemy has defense up, threshold, or rainbow shields, these 3, usually you can't do much, right? So for rainbow shield, that's probably the least one. You might be able to do something even if your enemy has rainbow shields on. It depends on how many percentage it reduces. So if it's like 90%, that's a lot. But if it's like 50 or 60 or 70 or 80 below that, you might be able to do something still. So I'll talk about it later when we go over enemies. But anyway, you want to build your team that have those 3 removals. Okay, barrier and death damage is something that I would recommend you to have in your team. Like a unit that has potential ability, barrier potential ability, so you can hit that enemy through barriers, and then you can kill them with that unit. So at least one of your teams should have barriers, would be good. And then death damage. So this one, some boss will have death damage. Like in Infinitum C, the boss that has death damage is Frankie. So if you have to deal with him, he's gonna deal a lot of damage when he's dead, and if you can't take death damage, you're gonna die and game over, right? So if you don't have it, I mean, if you can get away with it, you might have to switch your friends to cover it. One of you, if you're gonna challenge Infinitum C, one of you should have should be able to take death damage from Frankie. Right, now let's show you a team that I have here. This is a team that I'm using. I know it's a bit hard. I mean, it's a bit hard to get them all, especially some of them are Kisuna legends, some of them are TM legends, and some of them are anniversary Super Sugo Fest. I'm not sure which one. I think they are Annie. I don't know. Anyway, but these two, Solo and Lucy, and Solo and Kaku, Lucy and Luffy. These two are something, either anniversary or Super Sugo Fest. They are hard to come by, but hopefully if you guys pull during 11th anniversary, I hope you have them. If you do have them, it's important for this team that you upgrade the barrier to number 5. P critical is also important, but this one, level 1 is okay. And that is the same for Solo. For tandem, level 1 is okay, but you want pre-critical, you want barriers to be number 5, pre-critical the highest as you can, of course. Tandem number 1 is okay, just repeating that. So 1 copy is okay. Now for other units like this, same thing, you want barrier to be as high as you can. Then I'm gonna explain them later. I mean, how good this is. See, you want this barrier to be like max. And because of Sanji and Nami, they have this, so it's going to remove hunger. And that's kind of good thing about this team. It has hunger remover. Right. So here, Robin and Chopper also has hunger removal. Right. Okay. I'm gonna explain one by one. So bind. How do I get over? How do I remove bind with this team? So as you can see here, this team has nobody can remove bind. That's why I have Frankie here as a balanced captain, because with his special, he can remove bind and despair for 2 turns. Where is it? Here. No? Hold on. Here. Co-op. Captain Special. Reduces one enemy 25%. I don't really care much about that. Heal crews by 30% recovery. That's not bad. And then reduces bind and despair duration by 2 turns. That's something that I want. So I uses him. So that's one layer of remover for bind and despair. Another second is this. Solo, Sanji and Nami. If you switch them, they remove bind by 1 turn. If you super switch them, they remove bind by 4 turns, which is pretty good. Okay. Now I have Sanji and Nami as my second layers of bind removal. And my third layer of bind removal, actually this is the first layer because it's gonna activate automatically. So I have Halloween Ace. He reduces bind 3 turns if you inflict with bind. The reason I use Halloween Ace over Relay is because Halloween Ace is specifically to bind. Relay is both bind and despair. So sometimes those mini boss trigger despair and then Relay will just trigger it right away. But a stage later, until the mini boss apply bind to me, then I don't have Relay anymore. So I want us to separate bind and despair out. Yeah. So who's taking care of despair? So Frankie is my first removal of despair as well. And the second removal of despair is this. He is a support rare recruit, and he can be attached to Kaku. quick index will be basically if he inflicted by if he uses special to deal damage, and then he can remove the spare by 3 turns. Pretty cool, huh? Right. So that would be 2 removal for the spare, 3 removers for bind for this team. Attack down is gonna be this guy's special. So if I use his special, he reduces attack down by 6 turns. Plus, if I switch him, he has switch effect. His switch effect also reduce 1 turn of attack down. So that could be total of 7. Pretty good. Switch effect is something very good because switch effect you can switch anytime. I mean, not anytime. You can switch in every stage of the game. So it does not cost it does not cost anything. You can switch as many times as you want per turn, of course. And then if you get special bind or special reverse, doesn't matter, you can still switch it, right? So that's a good thing about switch effect. And it's good to deal with something that is, you know, mini boss always apply something to you 2-3 turns, and this switch effect is gonna take care of a little bit of that, which is good. Right, next is the paralysis. This term is not so good with paralysis. That's the reason why I use this whale shark chip, because he removed 1 turn of paralysis automatically. And if I'm paralyzed by any mini boss, I would probably have to switch to my friends. That's the drawback of this team. I have 1 layer of paralysis removal, which is this support. What is his name? I don't remember. Mr. One something. But yeah, Crocodile Groups. He support Robin, so he removed 4 turns of paralysis and 4 turns of damage reduction as well, and that's what I really like. I don't really care much about chain multiplier plus 0.7, but I really do care about 4 turns of paralysis and 4 turns of damage reduction, Rainbow Shield. Why? Because Robin and Chopper, the special remove 7 turns of the Rainbow Shield. Now you can add the support to be 11 turns total. And if you played Infinitum level, some of the boss can have up to 10 turn, 11 turns of Rainbow Shield, and this will take care of it alone. Yeah, pretty good. Then special bind. Let's see, special bind. How do I prevent that? So this guy, Luffy and Lucy, if you switch them, they cancel special bind 7 turn by them on themselves. Then their special cancel special bind 7 turn for the whole teams. There you go. He is the answer for special bind remover. What about special reverse? Again, is him. So special reverse is kind of like you gotta put him into captain position beforehand. So when you play Infinitum C level for quite some time, you kind of know when you want to put him up, when you don't want to put him up. Usually it's towards stage 4, 5, and 6. And yeah, I'll show you some example when I play through. So with him as the captain, he has reduced crew special reverse by 10 turn as a captain ability. Right. Then how do I deal with burn? Burn would be this. Okay, so with Brokey and Dory as your support, he's a legend, so it might be tough to get him. But he reduced burn by 3 turns, which is really cool. Really like it. Okay. Usopp and Lilith here, their special are not that, I mean, it's conditioned because Only sometimes that bosses will have a gold shield. If they have gold shield, then Usopp and Lilith will take care of it. But the good thing about Usopp and Lilith is that whenever you switch them, the switch effect, it will change slot, including block, into bomb slot and makes it matching slot, which is really good. Some of the mini boss will change slot. Then you have a way to change it to be something matching, and then you can deal damage all the time. And this is awesome. That's why I put Usopp and Lilith in here. Yeah. Sanji and Nami. Their special is removing thresholds. So I have threshold removal, I have defense up removal, I have rainbow shield removal, and every unit here hit through barriers. And I have gold shield cover as well. Resilience, right? Okay, resilience. Look at this. If you have to deal with enemy with resilience, you bring up Luffy and Lucy. Their captain ability. If you use a special and then EX super, then they will they will reduce the barrier, reduce duration of barrier and then resilience of the enemy by 1 turn. So with all 5 characters that has barriers, has critical hit, you have a chance to reduce resilience by maximum 5 turns if you're lucky. Usually resilience enemy would put about 2 or 3 turns on themselves, and usually I said 80%, this team will cancel all of that. Right. And then death damage. How do I deal with death damage? So first layer of death damage is Chopper and Robin. So if you switch effect, it reduces damage taken by 25%. But if you super switch effect, it reduces by 80%. And 80% is more than enough to prevent you from dying from Fangi's death damage. Right. That's the first layer of damage removal. Second layer is this guy. I put him there because sometimes you gotta use that special beforehand or super switch beforehand, and then once you arrive at Frankie, then this is another one. So Bato will apply basically threshold to your team and prevent any damage that exceed 5,000 for 1 turn. Reduces portion, not prevent. Reduces portion of damage, but he reduces a lot, so pretty good. With him, he can also prevent death damage. So I have 2 layers of death damage prevention. Overall, this team is pretty good. It covers everything that I highlighted. Maybe more on this side. It covered gold shield. It covered resilience. On this side, I cannot. It does not cover poison. Does not cover SFX, attack down with chain condition, blown away, pain or bleed. But still okay. Weakness. Their weakness on this team probably be on paralysis or bind and despair. Only these 3. Alright, now let's move on to the next table. So, but hold on, sorry. Before I move on to the next table, this is basically the concept of a team example. You might not be able to build this team, but if you can, I recommend this team. There's another team that you can do, and I see a lot of people using, even I myself also use. This is another team, might be easier to make, I don't know. In my opinion, it's still very hard to make, but some of the units are easier to get. So as you can see there, you have, the concept is that you have Sai Gear 5 Luffy, because he get through all the all the threshold and rainbow shields on the enemy side. Okay, if you EX super him, yeah. Same concept, but the drawbacks of this team is that it's hard to deal with Frankie because he has death damage. Luffy, when you activate his Gear 5 EX Super, then he cancel all defensive buff that you put on your team, and so death damage will get through, and you need like quite a lot of HP to survive. Otherwise, you might die and the game might be over. Yeah, that's the drawback of this team, I think. Oh, another drawback on this team is the hunger. There's no way to deal with hunger. So when you face with big moms or some of the units, they could put hunger on you, and at that point you might be stuck. Yeah. All right. So those are the two team example. If you are like a mid-level players, you might be able to play to use those teams. But if you're just started, I don't recommend you challenging Infinitum C. I recommend you challenging something up to like Emperor. Kings of High Rate might still be hard for you. So if you're free-to-play players, your character box are not that strong, just challenging up to Warlord and Emperors. But the same concept though. However, you might not need that many layers because there are less mini boss. Right. Okay. I'm going to switch to talk about enemies this time. So I'm going to present you another table that I have. Right. So when you play Infinitum C, there are battles. There are 6 battles as mentioned here, and the first 2 battles is free. Basically, it's for you to stall some of the specials. But then starting from stage 3 onward, 3, 4, 5, you're gonna face mini boss, and they comes in pair. So you're gonna have to face 6 mini bosses. Randomly comes to you, so you don't know which one of them. However, I put them all in this table already. So if you want to capture a screen on this one, you feel free to do so. I think it's a very good information. Hopefully it's a good information for you guys. Okay, so on stage 3, as you can see here on this table, on stage 3, there's a chance that you can meet these, I think 11 of them: Caesar, Jack, Sentomaru, Smoker, Foxy, Morgan X, Avida, Fujitora, Wapo, and Captain Kuro. So stage 3, usually the mini boss is not that bad. I said the one that you should watch out is Wapo. Why? Because Wapo, he put defensive up on themselves, and he put it by 2 turns, but after the preemptive, it will come back to just 1 turn. So sometimes people might think, oh, just 1 turn, let's just take a tank or something. Yeah, but then I think he did some nasty stuff afterward. He has pretty high HP as well. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, when he comes out, his preemptive the first time is defensive up 2 turns, and then he empty your slot. Right, unless it's a block or bomb slot, he will not empty your bomb slot. So I usually get by Wapo. That's a way for my team to get by, but for your team, you really want to remove that defense up, because he can put hunger on after 2 turns. So if you are the one who faced him the first time, then you didn't kill him. The first turn would be your friends to face him, and then he comes back the second turn. So I don't have any information about what's exactly the first turn that he did. So I have a turn 2 preemptive. He will put hunger on you, and that's bad. So you want to focus and kill him. You and your friends want to kill him first. So on stage 3, other enemies are not so bad. So let's say Caesar, he put what? He put poison, and then he bind bottom row for 5 turns. So if you have any supports that remove binds, like me, like my ace, then this bind will be cancelled right away, right? So this ace here, he will just cancel the bind from Caesar right away. But then poison, you will just have to take poison damage. You can't do anything about it. For Jack, I say you can ignore his pain. I mean, take the damage, do whatever you need to be able to kill. If Jack comes out with Wapo, yeah, definitely do whatever you need to kill Wapo and Jack. Just pass stage 3. The easy way you can pass stage 3 is that if you have attack, style, co-op, captain, he can launch his spatial and stage 3 will be cleared easily. Okay, so that being said, stage 3 should be easy to deal with. Fujitora, he will comes with resilience 3 turns. So if he does come with, if you see him, you don't really need to cancel resilience. Just tank him and then kill him after 3 turns. It's okay. You guys should be okay by that point. And other mini boss should be easy. Yeah. The hard part is stage 4 and 5. So starting from Magellan here. Magellan, Doflamingo, Kaido, Mihawk, Katakuri, Along, Hody, Akainu, Blackbeard, Crocodile Moria, Bucky, Enelu, Lucy, and then Big Mom. I highlighted Blackbeard, Bucky, and Enelu because these 3, if you found them, you and your team should focus on this one. Try to kill them as fast as you can. I mean, best case is first turn. And there's a strategy that you have to do. If you face Blackbeard and Enelu, whoever faced Blackbeard and Enelu, you should skip and then let your friend kill them. Okay? This is a strategy. If you enter the stage and then you face them, Blackbeard, Enelu, you skip, let your friends kill them. Your friends should focus on them, no? Okay? Don't kill another one. Kill them first. Then you guys can stall on the other mini boss. If they both comes up at the same time, try to kill both if possible because they are nasty. Okay? So Blackbeard, he will put pain 3 turns and he will put a hard perfect hit for 3 turns and then he will put attack down on chain condition less than 2.5. So pretty much you're not gonna attack that hard at all. So when you face Blackbeard, skip to your friends and let your friend do the damage, kill him. Period. For Enelu, he's gonna paralysis. Unless you have support that can remove paralysis automatically. Otherwise, you skip again, let your friend kill him, and then you stall on the paralysis 3 turns. After that, you should be entering boss stage very soon. So that's the strategy when you meet Blackbeard or Enelu. And Bucky, this is another guy that do nasty stuff. So if you meet Bucky, try to kill him first. He put thresholds 3 turns, he changed your slot, and then he limit your special 2 turns. But you don't have to skip. If you can kill him first, and then you can focus on another mini boss in that stage. It's important because Bucky on the 3rd turn, if he comes back around to you, he will put 1 unit blow away for 3 turns, and that's not good. Right, that's why I highlighted them. Right, and then there's another thing that I should mention about, which is Lucy. So if you face Lucy, he's gonna put defense up by 3 turns, and then he's gonna put damage cap at, I think, 900,000 damage for 2 turns. So with that damage cap, you can only kill one of them. And try not to use any special that do damage on both enemies, because you might, if you do that, you might not be able to kill any of them. Okay, try to focus all the damage to just one unit, one enemy. So try to avoid any damage special. And second thing is you want to focus on another mini boss, not Lucy. Whoever comes with Lucy, try to kill the other one. Yeah, try to kill that one first, not Lucy. Leave Lucy for later, because second turn, third turn, he's not doing so bad. I mean, he's not putting anything significantly gonna hurt you or or just make your game over. Right. So now that being said, these table, I hope this table helped you a lot. Now we're gonna go through some of my videos that I put up. Okay. So this is the game I recorded with my friends, and on the first 2 turns I'm just gonna skip. Okay. See, stage 3, I'm facing Wapo and Kuro, and Wapo, he's gonna put defense up, and it's important that you kill him. Yeah. Kuro, he's doing special reverse, so no worry about that. In the video here, I switch everything because I want to switch. I want to reach maximum switch as much as possible, and then I switch Luffy up, because Luffy as a captain, if you hit with perfect, then you can cancel defense up. Now he's gone. And then second stage, facing with Blackbeard and then Big Mom. My friends are facing them. He's the one entering stage 4. So that being said, he's gonna have to skip to me. And then I do damage. I try to kill them. In this case, I kill them both because I switch my captain from Luffy now to Lucy. Lucy as a captain, if you hit perfect, he has a chance to break resilience. So that's why Big Mom died. And this stage 5, it's not so bad. Crocodile is one of the easy mini boss. Mihawk is harder to deal with because he has thresholds. He put thresholds up, but Crocodile is easier to deal with. Okay, so if you face these, you might want to kill Mihawk first. And my friend is being put by Big Mom hunger, so he can't do much damage right now. So he might not be able to do anything here. So it's again on my turn. Right. And I think I used Nami? I don't know. Yeah, I used Nami's special. Nami and Sanji's special to get rid of the threshold. And then kill only one and then stall. Then we facing Usopp. Usopp is a tough boss because he has that damage cap. So it requires both of you to deal damage. However, if one of your team can't do damage, like my friends cannot do damage in this game because he's being hungered, then it's basically relied on one team. So he has to survive. Some people he has to survive that. And yeah, not gonna talk too much about the boss in this game because you can find information about each bosses in the game. So just saying that we were able to like closely manage to get by this one, very close. Right, I'm gonna show you another video that I recorded. Let's see. just gonna randomly pick one. Oops. There you go. Okay. So here again. One thing to mention about my friend's team, he's using another team that I recommend, but I want to talk about this guy, Relay. He is a defensive style, and that is pretty good. If you using him, if you're using this team, a defensive style, if I don't have to use him, the reason I used Frankie as my co-op captain because he is another layer of bind and despair removal. If I have a choice, if I have another choice, let's say I would choose a defensive style co-op captain. Why? Because the defensive style co-op captain heals you up and then he puts shields on your team for 2 turns, and that shield is awesome. Okay, you can look it up later, but you would want defensive styles on your co-op captain. That's just what I want to tell. What I want to tell you guys. Yeah. Right. So this one, skip the first 2. See, we face Wapo again, and as you can see here, in this game, I will just totally ignore Jack's pain. I just use everything. I don't care about my health because I need to kill Wapo. And again, I switch Luffy up as a captain so that he can cancel defense up. Right. And then third stage. These 2 again. Alright, we're just going to skip them. 5th stage. Alright, Dofa and Akainu. Akainu putting burn on you. The Flamingo, he puts special reverse, which is luckily I have Lucy and Luffy as my captain, so special reverse is basically cancelled by that. See? Awesome. And then burn cancelled by this. It's just worked out perfectly. These 2, they can't do anything to my team. Right, then I just hit. I don't really have to do much, just hit and then they both die. Oh, by the way, another good thing about this team that I have, the damage is significantly high. So even one of, let's say there's a game that one of my captain, I think my main captain got despaired. The damage is still high enough to kill the boss with just one co-op captain activate. Yeah. Right. So let's check another video. Let's see. I'm just gonna randomly picked. Okay. Alright, Foxy and Abidal. Oh, by the way, on stage 3, any mini boss that put Rainbow Shield on, usually Rainbow Shield on stage 3 is not that much. You can ignore them. Even if you don't have to cancel them or remove them. You can ignore if you think your team has high damage. Usually I would want someone that has on your team that has switch ability, and with that switch ability it increases your power. For example, like Zoro Sanji here. If you switch him, he give you I think off boost and attack boost. Or not even Nami and Karina. If you switch, she gave you the G slot and also some G slot modification. Yeah. So it will hit harder than normal. Or Whitebeard and Roger, if you switch them, I think they also increase your attack. Yeah, anyway. I just want to mention that if you really have to keep your special for rainbow removal, you can keep them on stage 3. You don't really have to use them. Okay. Now, that being said, on stage 3 here, I just hit. I just do basically switch everything and then hit. damage is high enough to kill them, even though they have Rainbow Shield on. Right, Crocodiles, as I mentioned, not so bad. And Magellan, you can also, if you need to stall, you can also stall on Magellan. Magellan's, after the first turn, second turn, third turn, he's not doing much. Okay, so in this case, I would say kill Crocodiles and then you can stall on Magellan if you need to. But if you don't need to, kill them and move on. Enelu. And this is the reason why I don't like Enelu, because the only paralysis removal I have is the support on Robin and Chopper right here. But I have to activate the special of Robin and Chopper. And this is stage 5. There's a chance that boss stage I would have to use Rainbow removal. That's why I don't want to waste my special here in stage 5. And so the only choice is I have to skip to my friends to deal damage to kill Enelu. Yeah, so I skip, so now it's my friend's turn and he basically take care of Enelu for me, and then I enter the boss stage. And this is Frankie. Okay, Frankie. Yeah, if I have to play it again, I would play it the same way, and then I should be able to kill Frankie. Frankie, he has that golden shield on, which is quite annoying because some of you guys might not be able to build team with golden shield removal. So you might have to tank until that golden shield is gone. But you need at least 3 turns, and that's why the defensive co-op style might be better at this case. However, this team take care of it because Usopp and Lilith special remove the golden shield. Another thing about this team is that when you have to activate everything, it almost takes all the time. So you gotta really know what you're doing. No time to waste. So now, not yet. I have the battle activated. I should be able to survive death damage. And now this Usopp and List special remove that golden shield. Perfect. See, I only have about 18 seconds left. And then just one unit of me killed him. With his death damage, about 5,000. Yeah, so this would be another example of my video. Right, let's show you one more video and then we call it tutorial. We call it done. Okay? Alright, this is another game. Stage 3, facing with Jack and what is his name? Fujitora, yeah. Nothing much. I think I killed Jack and Fujitora, but end up could not kill him because don't want to waste special, and he's not attacking much. So you guys should do the same. If you face him, just tank until he's done. Alright, then stage 4, Hody. Alright, Akainu, you know what he does, he put burn on you. But if you have burn cancellation, especially that one, Brokey and Dory, he cancel it. But Hody is another guy that I considered quite tough. So I feel like he has high HP. I don't know exactly how much HP he has compared to other, but it just feels like he's tough. So he put Rainbow Shield 3 turns, and then he has special reverse. Luckily, I have Luffy up already, so his special reverse is nothing. Oh, but but it's my friend's turn. My bad, I forgot about that. Right. Alright, let's just skip that because he take care of them easily. Now this Enelu again with Lucy. And the same strategy again. I skip. I have to skip because I can't do anything. I don't want to waste my special to cancel 3 turns of paralysis. Actually 2 turns because my ship take care of 1 turn. But at the end you can only kill 1 of them. Okay. So I skip to my friend. That is the 9 million damage cap on that Lucy put. So you can only choose to kill 1. And I think my friend is trying to kill... Oh, I think I can't do anything. Why didn't I skip? I was not able to skip. That's why I'm forced to do something. But in this case, I just chose to tank. So about Enelu, on his turn 2, he's going to put burn on you. And in turn 3, he's gonna do special reverse. Always remember, if you have to tank, if you have to stall, try to kill 1 enemy before you stall. Both of your teams, your teammates, you and teammate. I don't think my friends are successfully killing Enelu here. See, that's the shield that I'm talking about. This shield is the shield that's given by defensive style co-op captain. And that shield, I'm not sure what exactly it does, but it helped me a lot. I have to check that later. Right. I think I skip again. Yeah, I skipped again and my friends take care of both of them. Yep. And then I enter the boss stage, which is Robin. He put binds on me 10 turns. Oh! That is crucial. That your team must have like all the... What is it? Slot book? You know, your whole team must have bind and despair at full so that you remove 3 of them. Otherwise, you're gonna have it. This is easy. You can do it. Every team can have this. But don't forget, just want to mention that. So Ace remove another 3. Now I'm down to 4. And then my switch captain, not switch captain, switch ability of Nami and Sanji comes into play. Remove 4. That's how I get by these 10 turns of bind. Otherwise, I'll be doomed. Okay, and then the rest just activate everything. I gotta use his special to remove the attack down. And then use the ability of, special ability of Chopper and Robin to remove 10 turns of shield. Another good thing about this team is when Soto or Kaku becomes your captain. If it's Soto as your captain, once you hit perfect, you have a chance to cancel thresholds. If Kaku is your captain, you hit perfect, there's a chance that it removes Rainbow Shield. If you use special and both of them become Kaku and Soto, and you hit them with, perfect, there's a chance that it removes both Rainbow Shield and Threshold. So that's another good thing. Right, so I'm showing you videos on how this team works and how you should be playing with your friends. and how you should be focused, the strategy when you see these 3 mini bosses. Hopefully this is helpful to you guys. If you guys like this video, please hit that like, and if you want me to do video more like this videos, please let me know. Put any comment. If you have a team suggestions, you can put any comment in here, and I'll talk to you later.